What if I told you I love World of Warcraft, but I hate what it's become? That one of my favorite escapes slowly became nothing more than a dying flame and an evolution into a game of blame. The thing that could fuel my greatest fantasies slipped into nothing more than a modern-day travesty. But I could never stop. Like a bad relationship, it started out great and evolved into an abusive love-hate. See, for a long time I used to think the friendships, the camaraderie, things we take for granted could stay the way they were and we could all be a humble faction. Ignorance, they say it's bliss, but it becomes nothing more than hatred for one another, a game of who can I get more pissed. We never saw this coming. From the moment we downloaded the launcher, rolled our faction, created our persona, and became a person of action, little did we know that we had opened up a world that would decay us, betray us, and become a little more than Warcraft. None of us knew that once we started a first group running dead mines and rolling for the fat loots, and I know you all remember it, I know you can relate to it, that it would spark something inside of us, slowly fester and grow inside of us, the drive to excel, and soon item score was all we ever played for. This world was beautiful, mythical, and it just so happened that there wasn't any better, no one person who was any more clever, because every one of us was innocent, living in a blissful ignorance. They didn't know the difference between Cleave or CC, so daily we would see groups failing because they would try to play as a team. And in groups, the social greetings soon became more rare than the bosses that we were defeating, in an orthodox game of troll feeding. But we didn't care, that we could ignore, because we were too busy trying to roll for the tier Ps who saved all of our DKP for. So as a result, we die, and they die, and eventually after what could be considered an eternity, we finally had enough DKP. And it was all worth it. All the group's frustration, guild communication, guild leader losing his patience, didn't matter, because that one loot roll was a defining moment showing that we had improved, and we revered in every second of it. We were in the top tier somehow, and nothing could ever stop us now. The raid fight was won, Ragnaros down, done. We were so ecstatic, but through all the hardships is where it all started. To this day, I can't manage to grasp it. Because I don't know where it went wrong, but somewhere along the line we decided item scoring was more important than the lasting friendships worth holding. Rating went from a struggle to improve to a downward spiral of abuse. At what stage did I become any better? Like I had never made the same mistakes or run in screaming Leroy Jenkins in falsetto. But instead of giving them patience, the community was flooded with hatred, and I hate it. People talk down about the community like it's a lost cause, as if the damage is done and nothing can be rebuilt. Although your single change may not grant you any applause, isn't it worth it to feel no guilt? For so long we had this feeling that anything we did had no effect on a massive community in the land of opportunity, but soon we found that although it was not apparent, our involvement was no longer transparent. We all talk about the community as if we're not a part of it. This world lives and we're the heart of it, and our heart is breaking, so I'm here to kickstart it. I love World of Warcraft, but I hate playing it. I want that feeling back, being in a pub with complete strangers and feeling as though they have always been there. We all miss that feeling, so help me bring it back. I miss that. One man can kickstart revolution, but cannot fight the war. We must do this soon, and Warcraft will be no more.